Big disclaimer at the beginning of this video, I have never played Madden, okay? I have no idea how similar the new college football 2025 game is to Madden. They could be, identical. They could be freaking way different. They could be somewhat similar. I have no idea. This is based on my opinion as somebody who has only played the original NCAA games, back in the 2010s. Okay, so, and of course, I've also played a ton of other video games, platformers, Dark Souls type games, turn-based type games. I just have never played Madden, and I would consider myself a seasoned gamer. But the only football game experience I have is from NCAA. Hey, everybody. So, I just got done playing 10 hours straight, last night, of the college football game as it came out. And I've got a couple opinions on it, first impressions type deal, because it is a game that is clearly they put a lot of effort into this game, and a lot is different from NCAA. If you're like me, I've only ever played NCAA. It's a lot different. So I wanted to point out some of the differences here to kind of give people a heads up who may or may not, know about these changes and what they have in store for them as they try to play this freaking game, because it is brutal. I will say this: it is not for casuals. Which is what I would really consider myself as far as NCAA. I like I said, I've been a gamer since I was old enough to move my thumbs. Okay, I have been, I don't think it's just that I'm bad at gaming. I have a feeling that whoever picks up this game that, has only played NCAA, like me, is going to struggle with this game. And a lot of my friends last night seemed to struggle too. It is rough. There is a lot of control that they give you over your character and what they can do, and you have so much movement options and variables, and they have so much going into this game. The skill gap for sure is going to be huge in this game between, a casual player and the more competitive players, which I want to get into the competitive scene. I want to be good at this game. I'm going to put in the effort to get good in it. Right now, I'm not. I'm freaking terrible, okay? I am absolutely awful at this game. I am cheeks, and I feel like a lot of people will be as well. At least I hope. Maybe this is one guy's insecurities, but I have had just the hardest time, and I wasn't this bad at NCAA 14. I was not this bad. They have changed several things from that game, and I guess I could point out a few of them here. So, first of all, even something as simple as handing it off like on an option play, they reverse the controls for that. So I'm constantly keeping when I'm meaning to hand it off, and constantly handing it off when I want to keep it. I did that so many times, and it got my ass ate up so many times yesterday playing the game. I just constantly was missing my reads because of this, and it definitely takes some getting used to. The kicking, oh my God, dude! You come in here, I never missed a freaking field goal or PAT on NCAA. You come in here and try to kick a freaking thing, dude. You got me out here, man. I'm shanking freaking these things left and right, dude. You thought you were good at NCAA kicking, dude? What are you? you thought this was gonna be easy? No. There's like 3 variables when it comes to kicking. You have a meter, you have the little arrow that you control that kicks, and I swear it's like not that accurate. It's like the arrow itself, it was driving me crazy because I'd have it pointed at the freaking field goal and I'd kick it somewhere else, or it would be too far over or something. You have to aim that shit. You have to get a feel for that, I feel like. And then you have a meter that moves back and forth that deviates from where your arrow is pointing. So if it's to the right of your arrow, it's going to kick to the right of it. You have to get that shit dead center, and not much different if you want to kick on your target. And then there's the power meter, which determines the power of your kick. And God forbid, okay, you go you go over and hit the red freaking error part of it. If you hold on too long, you will hit this red error part, and you will kick it way off. It'll be the most inaccurate kick you've ever seen. It's just unbelievable. And if you think, well, okay, maybe I'll give it less power, you'll be looking like Charlie Brown out there, dude. I've had some pitiful, sad, really bad kicks because I didn't put enough power into it. So you have to thread the needle, I swear, on field goals and PATs even. Okay, look, field goals, I'm okay with being hard to kick, especially like on the road and stuff. But PATs like should not be this hard to kick. I missed several PATs yesterday just because you have to actually put effort into kicking those now. You can't just, in NCAA, you just flick it up and down and you're done. Not the case in this game. You have to actually lock in, and you will miss that shit if you're not careful. So besides all the changes from NCAA, the biggest probably thing that I've noticed that is keeping me from, I guess, getting better or even getting really a good grasp on the game, I still feel like I just don't even know like the basic things of the game after playing for 10 hours. Even besides that, what I have mentioned already is the lack of instruction or tutorial at all. There is no tutorial mode. There is no mode where you can go, okay, this is how you pass, this is what the pass does, like this is what the things you can do when you're passing, this is what this meter means. It doesn't tell you any of that. There is nowhere. I looked several times. There's nowhere that tells you how to do anything. When you first start the game, you need to like take notes or something, because it tells you once. It tells you once what to do, and never again. It goes away, and I don't know how to get those tool tips back. So, the very first time you go to hand the ball off, or like on an option play, it'll tell you real quick how to hand it off or how to keep it. It never tells you again. So I just, I started up the game, started an exhibition match, and it was telling me all this, and I'm like, okay, great. So I sort of, basically remember the basics of kind of what it told me, but I'd like to go back and see what the hell, see it again, practice it again, try it again. No, there's none of that. So you have there's training modes. You have two things. You have mini games, which are useful, I feel like, as an intermediate step, right? They're useful as an intermediate training thing, because once you learn the basics, you take the basics and then apply them to the mini games, right? Then, okay, you have the mini games. Then you have the practice mode, which is, I feel like, kind of a mastery type thing. So it's cool, but I feel like it's only useful if you're trying to do something specific, because you can only run one play at a time. It's a pain in the ass. You have to like back out of the menu to go back to change another play. So it's only useful if you're trying to do one play or practice one play. It's very like hyper specific. So you have the intermediate in the mini games, then you have the kind of mastery, right, with the practice mode. You have no beginner mode. You have no thing that tells you, okay, this is how you lob a pass versus throw a bullet pass. You have no things talking about what to do when you're tackling somebody, like this is what hit stick means, or boom, or this is how, when you're engaged on the defensive line, this is how you swim, or anything. It doesn't tell you any of that, and there's nowhere to find it. I'm waiting on tutorials, I guess, to come out that explains all that, because they assume that you know it from the NCAA game. And I knew it sort of from NCAA, but like I said, I was a casual player of NCAA, and they changed a lot. They added some kind of system, some kind of endurance system on the defensive line, where you only have a certain amount of times you can swim, stuff like that. So they just assume that you know how to lob a pass. They assume that you know how to, do all this, and I don't. I need help. I want to start from the beginning. There is no beginning. They just assume that you know all this and how to play the game, and I don't know. If there's a place to find all that information, someone point me to it, because I need it. Okay, I really need it. So that is my take on college football so far. Not casual friendly, which is what I would consider myself at the moment, a casual just jumping into it after having not played, NCAA for 10 years. I will say I did manage to improve my play over the 10 hours. I was, I couldn't do the simplest things at the beginning. I got decent towards the end of my 10-hour play. But I feel like I would benefit greatly from some kind of, tutorial or basics, and I guess I'll just have to look up a YouTube video when that comes out. I might try to make a few myself if I figure out something, because I did figure out some cool stuff. There's a lot you can do in this game. There's a lot. It's like tight controls, and the things you can do, especially on offense, man. You can have your player doing some crazy stuff. So I'm excited to get back into playing this game, but I had to put this video out as a kind of first impressions, first thoughts, and perhaps a warning. If you think that you can jump in here after only playing NCAA and think it's going to be like that, it's not. So anyway, that's Sea Dog's thoughts on NCAA college football 2025, and go Jackets. And I'm gonna get back on this freaking game, and I'll see y'all next time.